it chapter by chapter, one bite at a time. So many adventures and mountains we can climb. Take it word for word, line by line, one bite at a time.
Welcome to Bite at a Time Books, where we read you your favorite classics one bite at a time. My name is Bree Carlile, and I love to read, and wanted to share my passion with listeners like you. If you want to know what's coming next and vote on upcoming books, sign up for our newsletter at biteatatimebooks.com. You'll also find our new t-shirts in the shop, including podcast shirts and quote shirts from your favorite classic novels. Be sure to follow my show on your favorite podcast platform so you get all the new episodes. You can find most of our links in the show notes, but also our website, biteatatimebooks.com, includes all of the links for our show, including to our Patreon to support the show, and YouTube, where we have special behind the narration of the episodes. We're part of the Bite at a Time Books Productions Network. If you'd also like to hear what inspired your favorite classic authors to write their novels, and what was going on in the world at the time, check out the Bite at a Time Books Behind the Story podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. Please note, while we try to keep the text as close to the original as possible, some words have been changed to honor the marginalized communities who've identified the words as harmful, and to stay in alignment with Bite at a Time Books' brand values. Today we'll be continuing Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. Chapter 6. Between Four Planks. Who was in the coffin? The reader knows. Jean Valjean. Jean Valjean had arranged things so that he could exist there, and he could almost breathe. It is a strange thing to what a degree security of conscience confers security of the rest. Every combination thought out by Jean Valjean had been progressing, and progressing favorably since the preceding day. He, like Fauchelevert, counted on Father Mestienne. He had no doubt as to the end. Never was there a more critical situation. Never more complete composure. The four planks of the coffin breathe out a kind of terrible peace. It seemed as though something for the repose of the dead entered into Jean Valjean's tranquility. From the depths of that coffin, he had been able to follow, and he had followed, all the phases of the terrible drama which he was playing with death. Shortly after Fauchelevert had finished nailing on the upper plank, Jean Valjean had felt himself carried out, then driven off. He knew from the diminution in the jolting when they left the pavements and reached the earth road. He had divined from a dull noise that they were crossing the bridge of Austerlitz. At the first halt, he had understood that they were entering the cemetery. At the second halt, he said to himself, "Here's the grave." Suddenly, he felt hands seize the coffin, and then a harsh grating against the planks. He explained it to himself as the rope which was being fastened round the casket in order to lower it into the cavity. Then he experienced a giddiness. The undertaker's man and the gravedigger had probably allowed the coffin to lose its balance, and had lowered the head before the foot. He recovered himself fully when he felt himself horizontal and motionless. He had just touched the bottom. He had a certain sensation of cold. A voice rose above him, glacial and solemn. He heard Latin words, which he did not understand, pass over him, so slowly that he was able to catch them one by one. Qui dormiet in terre pulver, vigilebunt le vitam aeternam, et ali et opprobrium, ut vidant semper. The child's voice said, De profundis. The grave voice began again, Requiem aeternam dona e domin. The child's voice responded, Et lux perpetua luciet e. He heard something like the gentle patter of several drops of rain on the plank which covered him. It was probably the holy water. He thought, This'll be over soon now. Patience for a little while longer. The priest will take his departure. Fauchelevert will take Mestienne off to drink. I shall be left. Then Fauchelevert will return alone, and I shall get out. That will be the work of a good hour." The grave voice resumed, "Requisite in pace." And the child's voice said, "Amen." Jean Valjean strained his ears and heard something like retreating footsteps. They're going now," thought he. "I'm alone." All at once he heard over his head a sound which seemed to him to be the clap of thunder. It was a shovelful of earth falling on the coffin. A second shovelful fell. One of the holes through which he breathed had just been stopped up. A third shovelful of earth fell. Then a fourth. There are things which are too strong for the strongest man. Jean Valjean lost consciousness. Thank you for joining Bite at a Time Books today, while we read a bite of one of your favorite classics. Again, my name is Bree Carlile, and I hope you come back tomorrow for the next bite of Les Miserables. Don't forget to sign up for our newsletter at biteatatimebooks.com and check out the shop. You can check out the show notes or our website, biteatatimebooks.com, for the rest of the links for our show. We'd love to hear from you on social media as well.